But you touched on it with your Buds experience. I mean, and what you said about Muhammad Ali, you leveraged it because you looked at what could happen in Buds and gave it a completely different assignment of, rather than just being like, hey, if I just get through this, rather than having that, like, oh, I just got to get through this, like, oh, hopefully I'm strong enough, hopefully I'm tough enough. You said that you leveraged yourself so heavily to give it a different meaning.
Yeah, and so many of those moments of like extreme pain, there's two things that I thought about, right? You can go down the road of this hurts so bad right now, and I don't want to be here, right? Make it about you and think on a short term, right? The way that you can look at be in the same situation and look at it very differently is, one, instead of making it about me, make it about the people around me. I made it about my teammates, right? I've said this before, but you talk to students who make it through Hell Week, one of the toughest weeks in all of military training. If you talk to them right after, they'll tell you ask the ones who made it, why they made it. They'll talk about how, well, I didn't want to give up on my team. I thought about Nick right next to me, and if I quit, it would be harder for Nick, so I couldn't do that to him. Yeah. You talk to people who quit, and they said, I just decided I didn't want to do this anymore. Oh, so you've been training to do this for 4 years, but in a moment of pain, you decided that for 4 years you wanted to do it, but now you don't?
Yeah.
Right? You made it about you. You made it about your own pain. But so what I was able to do is I was going through this difficult process, through this very painful process. Not only did I not focus on the here and now, but I said, what could this pain mean? What if I can make it through this program? Not just what would it mean for the moment, not just what would it mean for, for the next couple of years, but what would it mean for the rest of my life to have had this opportunity to serve my country in this way? What would it mean for the rest of my life that at 19, I set out to do one of the most difficult things you can do in the military, and I accomplished it, right? And so instead of making the pain just about the moment of pain, and I forget the rest of my life, forget my destiny, nothing hurts as bad as this pain right now. You could think that way, or you could say, the pain of my destiny hurts so much more than the pain of this moment.
I love that, man. Man, I love that. You think about all the places you can apply that, and when you truly have that long term, I think of fitness.
You don't have to be in the SEAL program to think that way. All you entrepreneurs out there, listen up, right? Like all the time, if you're a business owner, all the time you can think to yourself, why do I have to do this?
Yeah.
All the time you could think like, I don't make enough money for this. Right? Like, why am I the one that has to solve all the problems? Blah, blah, blah. All the things that you can complain about and all the things that hurt. You got friends making more money than you, working half as hard as you. And you can look at that situation and be like, you know what? I just don't want to do this anymore.
Yeah.
Right? Or you can say, what could this mean for the rest of my life? That if I can just keep pushing, if I can get through this difficult circumstance, what would it mean for the rest of my life?